Lie. Put your hands together for this person. Put your hands together.
In commemoration of the birthday of the General Manager of Operations, Tantita Security Services, Godfrey Pondi, the coalition of Niger Delta youth stakeholders, comprising of youth leaders from the 9 Niger Delta states, organized a one-day peace summit in Yenagoa to celebrate Pondi's birth anniversary and also to chart the way forward for the growth of the Niger Delta. Convener of the summit, Comrade Bodmas Prince Kamapada stated that the gathering was necessary not just to celebrate the man who is fondly called the Dibia of the Niger Delta for all his numerous contributions to the development of the region, but also an avenue for youth leaders to brainstorm on how to live above the impediments that have marked the area for long.
We are not just here to celebrate the celebrants. We are here to hold a Niger Delta Youth Peace Summit. There has been impediments to the growth and development of this region. So we came here today as a people to sit down. How do we as youth leaders move the Niger Delta forward? And that is what we deliberated today. I want to describe the youth of the Niger Delta as energetic, vigor, brave, resilient, and courageous youth. Because I don't think that if what is happening in the Niger Delta happens somewhere in overseas, the people of overseas can bear. But you can agree with me that for a very long time, our people, especially the Niger Delta youth, we have been bearing suffering. We have been bearing underdevelopment. We have been bearing restiveness. And as we are bearing this, there has not been any impulsion. I am convinced that this forum will avail us a great deal as Niger Delta youth the opportunity to chart the way forward, continuing peace and stability in the region, as well as mark the birthday of our peace ambassador and leader, Chief Godfrey Pondi. It is no news that the Niger Delta region remains the live wire of the Nigerian economy. The region, which has experienced intense tension, volatile and unrest in previous years. No doubt, the role of stakeholders in the region has been significant to the existing peace enjoyed in the Niger Delta, and we must do all we can as youth to ensure that we preserve the calm and serenity experienced in both creeks, rivers, and cities of the region.
There were goodwill messages from guests present as they shared opinions on the convener of the summit and the celebrant, while also presenting ideas on how to accelerate the development of the region.
Since the amnesty came about, there have been relative peace that we have enjoyed in our region. The introduction of amnesty has given us a new direction, and that's why the IYC under my watch, we are more concentrated in how we can continue the agitation through the pen, because the wrong impression that the Nigerian state has about the Ijaw nation and the Niger Delta at large is very negative.
I want to talk to us as youths of Ijaw nation. This is Bayelsa, this is our state, and we are the Bayelsans. Please, as youths, if you are privileged to serve anybody as aid, media aid, whichever capacity, please. I am saying this because by the grace of God, we have been privileged to move to one place or the other, trying to see how we can better the Niger Delta region. But it is very disappointing sometimes to see a fellow youth trying to block you from seeing his boss.
This is why problems dey for Niger Delta. Because one major thing I go point out na betrayers. We no love ourselves. Now, when Hausa people, Yoruba people, when they speak their language, you go see say even though policeman I stand there, they go clear way. So the one I talk say IYC don't carry themselves attached to politics too much. IYC na pressure group.
The keynote speaker for the summit, Head of Department, Political Science, University of Africa, Tororua, Dr. Frank Sapele, who was represented by Dr. Ina Frank Ogbise from same university, spoke on the role of the Niger Delta as it regards peace and nation building.
He read political science. Pondi is humility personified. While he was in school, he was an humble fellow. Even though he had a rich background, he was still an humble fellow. So one of the things they knew him for at Okada, ROU, was for his humility. And now any man who has humility would definitely drive to the point of humanity. It takes a man that is humane to reach out to the human factor or the human needs of people. It's looking on the relationship between the youth and the youth. So our chief is a youth and his relationship with the fellow youths. So that is what we'll be looking at today. So one of the major things we should understand is there is what we call transparency in peace building. There is no way you can maintain peace when you cannot come about transparency. So whatsoever you do as a youth leader, a chairman of the IYC, you must learn to have what they call fiscal transparency. The ability to translate what you got from where you're getting it from to the people you're leading. So for us to have peace in every community in the Niger Delta region, what brings conflict? Two friends, what makes them fight? When they are relating, there's no fight. But when there's money and there's job, no fight here, they will do the job. But when it comes to the time to share the money, that's where the problem lies.
High point of the occasion was the cutting of the birthday cake and the signing of the communique towards fostering peace and development in the region.
That is what? Live. Put your hands together for this person. Put your hands together.
Commence with the order of the day.
I'm going to give you like when I become the senator, I'm going to
Priscilla Doye reported for Niger Live TV.